We're going to bring your attention to this next. The scale of violence against women has been described as a national emergency by the Police Chiefs Council. More than 115,000 crimes of violence against women and girls were recorded by police forces in Yorkshire last year. That's an average of 315 crimes every day and includes sexual offences, domestic abuse, stalking and harassment. While in Sheffield, a community group says it's trying to empower children by teaching them about the issues from a very young age. Our Home Affairs correspondent Emma Glasby has been speaking to some of the young people there.
It's match day at Hillsborough.
You all right, guys? We're doing raising awareness, empowering women.
A group of children are waiting to greet Sheffield Wednesday fans.
I'm spreading awareness for women and against women discrimination.
They're handing out flyers about support available in the city for victims of domestic abuse.
We're trying to raise awareness on violence against women and girls and abuse against women and girls, and then trying to fix that problem.
Okay, so question 1.
They are still at primary school, but they've been learning about issues like domestic abuse and healthy relationships.
Only girls can be victims of an abusive relationship, true or false? False, why?
The sessions are run by Sheffield Wednesday Community Programme to educate young people about violence and abuse.
That one was there to trick you.
I think it's important because it sort of opens their minds and their perspectives. And I think if they learn that at a young age, when they get a little bit older, and potentially like they might have friends or family or somebody that might be in certain predicaments or a situation where they might be struggling and not know what to do, they'll be the ones that can sort of support them.
A few miles across Sheffield, the children are slightly older but learning about the same issues.
Your partner is trying to talk to you about something that you did that upset them.
Inspired by their discussions about relationships, at a youth club at Winkerbank, they've designed a Monopoly-style board game.
So it's obviously like normal Monopoly, but we have like positive and negative spaces. The negative is abuse. It's based on like relationships with like a partner.
Right.
All of the sessions here have involved boys and girls talking together.
We were doing like how to treat someone, like how you want to be treated.
Yeah, we've been having a few chats about like toxic relationships and like unhealthy relationships.
If you do it together, you get like 2 different mindsets from like 2 perspectives.
If we hear people doing it in the future, then we could stop it from happening.
I'm really, really proud, particularly of the boys, because they are the ones essentially that will have the most impact in society. They will make the difference. We can scream and shout and kick and do whatever we want and say girls have these issues, but until men make the changes, we won't see a real difference.
It is widely agreed education is crucial in tackling any form of violence and abuse, so that young people now can have a better chance of having a safer relationship in future. Emma Glasby, BBC Look North, Sheffield.
Well, on this subject, the Mayor for South Yorkshire, Oliver Coppard, said they were working to support victims and survivors of abuse and violence. Community projects like One Goal, which is funded by our Violence Reduction Unit, play such an important part in educating, supporting and empowering our young people to stop violence and abuse before it starts. Well, Leeds Women's Aid supports vulnerable women and their families. Janice Fife is Director of Operations at the charity. I asked her why the problem is so widespread.
I think there's a number of different reasons. In part, there is an increase, I think, because of the culture in our society, the toxic issues on social media, and I think also there's a big increase in awareness. We've seen an increase in numbers, and I would say that in part that is down to people feeling more confident about what domestic violence is and that they can go for help.
We've seen in Sheffield that there are children doing workshops around violence against women and girls. How important is it that children are part of this conversation?
It's really important that children are involved in any conversations around domestic violence at an age-appropriate level. The sooner that we can reach children, the better, because there are so many influences in society at the moment. And I think just awareness raising generally and saying it's okay to talk about it.
Just very briefly, Janice, if anyone is experiencing domestic abuse, what help's on hand?
If you're in immediate danger, you ring 999. But if you want to call and get some information, there's lots of organisations with websites and online chat, including our own.
And there is a way out. Janice, thank you so much for your time.
There is a way out. Yeah, thank you.